UEFA and Conference League highlight show, Karabakh fans can be forgiven for being carried away by their side's battering of Braga. A 4-goal salvo on the road leaves them poised to become the first club from Azerbaijan to reach the last 16 in a major European competition. Here's how the last 16 in the Conference League looks on Matchday 7. 8 nations are represented by the already qualified group winners that await the victors of the playoff round. These are the playoff fixtures, the teams dropping down from the Europa League, taking on the runners-up from the groups. At one stage, springtime European football looked a tall order for an Ajax side languishing at the wrong end of the Eredivisie. Enter John van 't Schip, and the 4-time European champions are finally on the road to recovery. 7 wins from their last 11 in all competitions under the former Dutch international, ahead of a first-ever meeting with Norwegians Bodo Glimt. Dan Roebuck is the commentator.
Robbie is on the move here, so is Chuba Akpom, who was onside, and it strikes the top of the crossbar after Howe will just tip it away. Looked like Robbie was offside. Tipped onto the frame of the goal. Grombeck is calling for it, Sterling wants it as well. It's towards Grombeck, who will take a touch, looking to try and curl it! Takes a deflection, goes in! Albert Grombeck. Werder Glimt have the lead in Amsterdam. No signs of ring rust here from the Norwegian champions on their first competitive outing of 2024. He's looked dangerous in the opening quarter of an hour, and it may well have just taken a kiss off an Amsterdam boot. Well, loses out, flick forward, Boganevian, and now with Grombeck! He's got another! And Werder Glimt have got another here! Ajax were indecisive in their own penalty area. John van 't Schip's side are down by 2. The Norwegian champions at the double through Albert Grombeck. Closer in for his second, but cleverly done nonetheless. The flick was a little casual, but the determination to win it back certainly wasn't. Grombeck was the quickest to react for here's Werder Glimt's second. Long for Borges to chase, a little bit of a nudge there. Play continues though. He's been ineffective since coming on. Would have been better leaving Chuba Akpom on the field. Here is Schutalo. Nodded down towards, probably was he being held back there? That looked like a penalty. The referee waits. Yotov goes into the book. And the spot kick here will give Ajax a lifeline. Certainly seemed to be contact between defender and attacker as soon as Brobbey gets in front of him. There's the arm round the waist. He's definitely got his arm round him. How much that affects the way that Brobbey is travelling here, it's difficult to know. Bjortoft gets a red. Well, the substitute is sent off. Direct red card, denying a goal-scoring opportunity, not making a challenge. And the Boomer will step up here and bury it. Ajax have a late lifeline. Well, how many minutes will we get added on here? Van den Boomen, hard firm. To the right of the keeper as he saw it, who guessed the right way, but couldn't get his fingertips to it to keep it out. Taken short. Henderson, Bonasosa with the delivery. Brobbey jumps, doesn't get there. Taken down by Berghuis to look to drop the keeper in. Oh my word! He's lobbed the keeper for 2-2! Berghuis incredibly levels things up in the 7th minute of added on time. The short corner. Bonasosa curled in. It fell for Steven Berghuis. How clever is this? takes a touch, lobs the keeper. Brilliant finish from the skipper. And having been down and out at 2-0 at home to Bodo Glimt, they bounce back to level it up.
No Croatian club had ever won away from home against Spanish opposition, but the possibility of Dinamo Zagreb becoming the first was greatly enhanced with 14 minutes to go. Chadi Riyad guilty of handball inside the box. Ukrainian referee Mykola Balakin had a good look at the replays before confirming what appeared to be the inevitable. And skipper Bruno Pekovic made a good job of the resultant penalty. His 14th goal of the season and 5th in the competition to make him joint top scorer. Real Betis almost equalised when William Jose hit the post, but it's back-to-back European home defeats for the Spaniards for the first time in their history. Sturm Graz had lost their last 3 matches in Europe without scoring, but were in front after 4 minutes against Slovan Bratislava. Mika Bieret with his 2nd goal in 3 games since arriving on loan from Arsenal. Slovan had lost only once in 13 outings with 6 successive wins on the road, and the Slovakian champions were soon level. Luxembourg international Gerson Rodriguez was set free by Jaromir Zimral and kept his cool to score for the 2nd match in succession. But Sturm, without a win in 4 European home games this season, regained the advantage before half-time. David Affengruber's header across goal, headed in by John Stankovic. The Austrians continued to look sharp going forward after the break, and an ill-judged tackle by Tigran Barsegian on Otar Kitashvili gave the latter a chance to open up a 2-goal cushion from the spot, which he duly took advantage of. And it was to get even worse for the visitors. Vladimir Weiss had only been on the pitch for 10 minutes when he lunged at Yusuf Gazibegovic. Weiss was shown a straight red following a check by VAR in an incident that also brought yellow cards for Gazibegovic and Rodriguez. Not exactly the cameo appearance the one-time Manchester City youth player had in mind. Then in stoppage time came a special moment for 18-year-old Amadi Camara, whose picture book finish gave him his first senior club goal and his team a commanding advantage.
Another campaign, another knockout adventure for Eintracht Frankfurt. It's the 3rd year running and the 5th time in the last 6 seasons that the 2022 Europa League champions have made a UEFA knockout phase. The good news for opponents Union Saint-Gilloise was that Dino Topmuller's side had lost both their previous ties with Belgian clubs. Commentary from Martin Fischer.
Cross lofted in, hopefully. McAllister lets it run. Castro Montes trying to prevent the progress of Nkuku, but he's done well here to the byline. Lovely cut back, and it's in. First strike for Eintracht Frankfurt. It's Fares Kaibi to give the German club a wonderful start here on Belgian soil inside 3 minutes. And Linda, first touch of the ball will be to take it out of the back of that net. Wonderful run from Niels Nkuku. Got to the byline. Kalajdzic couldn't finish. Kaibi could. Couldn't have dreamt of a better start, Eintracht Frankfurt. In swinger this time. Headed away by Kalajdzic. Poussin trying his luck. Scored twice at the weekend, Poussin, but Eintracht Frankfurt bombing forward here now. The counter-attack is on. Chance of a second here. Kalajdzic makes it 2. Well, the wonderful start for Eintracht Frankfurt has just got a whole lot better. 3 against 3 here, and it's great vision there to pick out Kalajdzic. And Kalajdzic, 10 minutes into his first ever experience of European club football, has put his side 2 in front. It's a bit of a quandary for Alexander Blessing because they've got to find a goal from somewhere, and they might find it here. Amora, and it's in. Rasmussen with the finish. Well, a goal out of nothing, that one. Just what Alexander Blessing needed. Because I was just about to say, the quandary is they've got to go chasing a goal, but in doing so, they might leave themselves vulnerable for a third from Eintracht Frankfurt. But here's the mistake by Skahiri. Pouncing was Amora. Rasmussen was up with it. And Rasmussen helps himself to a goal. Oh, brilliant by Götze. He was clipped as he tried to show a clean pair of heels to Van Hout. Van Hout, with a bit of a follow-through there, knew that he couldn't allow Götze to get away from him. Oh, it's a chance again. It was missed by Burgess, and Marmouche was in. And it's a very decent save by Lindner in the end. I think he gets his left hand to this. It's Puertas who delivers. It's Nilsson. What an opportunity. What an opportunity, and he knows it. It's a free header, 5 yards from goal. And somehow he completely gets it all wrong. Castro Montes eventually stopped by Cuckoo, but he hasn't given it up yet. Lapoussin steps in. It's all very crowded, very hectic. Here's Nilsson. Straight at the goalkeeper. Well, he got hold of that one, but it was too straight. There's good persistence here from Union Saint-Gilloise. They're battling to try and restore parity here. Oh, well played, Lapoussin. Here's Puertas. Lapoussin is up with him, and it might drop favourably here for the home side. Amora, now Nilsson, can he get his foot to it? He can! At the third time of asking in this second half, Gustav Nilsson finds the back of the net, and Union Saint-Gilloise are level. Amora tried to play it forward. Nilsson reacted quickest and stretched one of those long legs of his to get there just ahead of the advancing Kevin Trapp and flick it into a gaping goal. 2 down inside 10 minutes. Now Union Saint-Gilloise are level. Broda, nicely done. Skihiri. Well, that was almost saved by Van Hout. It's his second yellow and he's off. Well, Craig Pawson was right on top of that, and the reaction of Van Hout reveals that he knew that he deserves that second yellow. Won't be involved next week in the return leg. Eintracht Frankfurt will be disappointed that they couldn't win it tonight, but do not rule out Union Saint-Gilloise.
Ferencváros arrived in Greece riding high on a 3-match winning streak, and they thought they had the lead after just 2 minutes. Barnabas Varga delighted with his header. VAR, though, took a slightly different view, confirming that the visiting number 19 was marginally offside. It was all a bit of a scare for an Olympiacos side on their third manager of the season, but the new man in charge, Jose Luis Mendilibar, will have been delighted with their late victory. Top scorer Ayoub El Kabi was their go-to man with just 7 minutes left to give them something to build on when they make the trip to Hungary next week.
A first outing in 2 months for Molde. The Norwegian Cup holders hadn't played since the 5-1 drubbing at Leverkusen in mid-December, and with their domestic season not scheduled to start until April, they could ill afford a slow start against a Legia side who had won 8 of their last 10 against Norwegian opposition. Gary Taphouse saw this one.
Great first-time pass, looking for Linez. Early ball in! Oh, what a brilliant goal! Molde take the lead in scintillating style. That was superbly created and majestically finished. Linez with the ball in, and Gulbrandsen with a wonderful finish. What a start for Molde. Oh, they've got 3 up here, Molde. Spilled by the goalkeeper, and Gulbrandsen has a second. A phenomenal opening 20 minutes for Molde. that turn, calamity for Kasper Tobias. He had to hold that. Having spilled it, the first to react was Gulbrandsen. Linez, once again, danger down this right side. Eriksson, he's rolled it square, it's Kassa, oh, it's 3-0! Well, this is astonishing. Legia are crumbling in front of our very eyes. This time it's Marcus Kassa, whose shot rebounded for the second goal. On this occasion, his shot finds the back of the net. Legia absolutely all over the place defensively. And that's a great chance for Birch, which has produced a phenomenal save. Great corner from Josue, and Birch probably thinks he scored there. That's the best chance Legia have had. Kapuska. Oh, off the inside of the post. Blistering strike from Bartosz Kapuska. Pettersson floundering, nowhere near it. A whisker away from his first goal of the season here. Augustiniak for Legia. White shirts pouring forward. Elatim. Zoek. Came off Hogolskaya, brilliant goal. Slashed in by Josue, their best player. Fine strike. And Legia Warsaw have a goal back. What a strike on the volley from Josue. Game on. Elatim. Good looking ball, oh, it's superb! And Augustiniak has made it 3-2. Look at this ball in from Elatim. On a plate for Rafa Augustiniak to head home a second goal for Legia and totally change the complexion of this tie.
10 years ago, Ludogorets made the last 16 in this competition for the first time. They've not done it since, having not played since Matchday 6. They nearly led early here. Spectacular stuff, both from Son and home keeper Jeremy Frick. The conference debut for the Swiss club Servette. Their big nearly moment came when Alexis Antunes hit his own man Enzo Crivelli with a shot that might just have won it. All to play for back in Bulgaria. In the short history of this competition, no club's played more games in it than Ghent. Match number 27 won't live long in their memory. Maccabi, playing a UEFA knockout game for the first time in 17 years, took the lead just past the hour. Not that it was initially given. The hard graft had come from Sud Pogorianu and the cool finish from Franzi Pierdo. VAR intervened and the in-form Israeli champions were deservedly in front, while the big striker could celebrate his 16th of the season. Ghent, winless in 7 now, will have to be much better next Thursday.
7 very evenly poised to be resolved in a week's time. Only Sturm Graz appear to be in complete control of their own destiny. It was an evening that saw Milan hit lofty heights as a cheeky brace from Ruben ruined Rennes' night. The bragging rights belonged to Karabag, who put 4 past Braga in Portugal. It was 10v10 by the end in Turkey, where Mauro Icardi was Galatasaray's last-minute match winner, while Ajax scored twice in stoppage time to spare their blushes at home to Bodo. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.